The monument is to the merchant prince William Pembroke Mulchinnock and his lover, the servant girl Mary O'Connor. A story as ill-fated as that of any Shakespearean tragedy, but one which inspired the song The Rose of Tralee. The Church of St. John the Baptist was built in the 1860s and was designed by the well-known ecclesiastical architect J.J. McCarthy. It houses some outstanding marble sculptures and stained glass windows, one of which depicts the life of St. Brendan, making it the perfect starting point for the Kerry Camino. It is from here we set out on the journey west to Dingle, following the footsteps of, some would say, the greatest Kerryman that ever lived, St. Brendan the Navigator. Leaving Tralee, we pass by the ship canal that stretches over 2 kilometres. It opened in 1846, allowing ships to come into the town centre. It was in use up till the 1930s, when a deep water pier was built in Feenet. It is the first glance one gets of the wide Atlantic. At the foot of the Slieve Mountains, you pass the Kerry Camino cross, erected in 2019. The piece here is in sharp contrast to the battles between the Milesians and the ancient Irish mythical force, the Tuatha Dé Danann. The Old Dingle Road leads us to Killelton Famine Village, oratory and burial ground. The potato famine of the mid-19th century was the catalyst for many thousands of deaths and contributed to the devastation of many old Irish villages. Unable to pay the rents, villagers were forcibly evicted. Some emigrated to America and others made the journey to the local workhouse in Tralee. Moving on, one crosses the Finglas River, overlooked by the seat of the High Kings of Munster, Cahir Conree. Climbing uphill to the bog of Knockglassmore, which once was a working bog, provided winter fuel for all those who lived in the area. On reaching the hilltop, you have a panorama of the green fields of the Dingle Peninsula. Reaching Inch, one can't help being in awe of Ireland's premier beach, popular with swimmers and surfers alike. It featured in a number of movies, most notably Ryan's Daughter, starring Sarah Miles and Robert Mitchum. Here, magnificent views of the south and west Kerry coastline lie in front of you, washed by the wild Atlantic as far as the eye can see. Reaching the long straight road into Annascaul, where Tom Crean, the Antarctic explorer, trod as a young boy. Crean grew up on the foothills of Benaskee, meaning peak above the wind, which must have prepared him for the challenges of the Southern Ocean expeditions. His bravery and stamina have now at last been recognised. Tom Crean returned to live in quiet anonymity after being awarded the Polar Medal in 1904 and the Albert Medal for Bravery in 1913. A monument stands to his memory in a park on the side of the main street opposite the South Pole Inn. The Holy Well Tuberon, called after the great evangelist St. John the Baptist, is located beside Minard Castle. Moving on, we have the ruins of Minard Castle, which was attacked by the forces of Oliver Cromwell in the mid-17th century. The building in the background, now a private home, was once a Royal Naval Recruitment Station and RIC barracks. It was here that Tom Crean was recruited to start his seafaring career. Heading further west, we reached the Church of St. John the Baptist, which was built in 1855 of local stone. Across the road, we see one of the few remaining parts of the old Dingle Railway, which was the most westerly narrow gauge railway line in Europe. It was over this viaduct that the last train passed in 1953, a memorable journey as the train, which was used in its last remaining years to carry livestock, was filled with passengers wishing to be part of this momentous event. On emerging from the hillside, one sees Dingle town in the valley below, framed by stunning views of Dingle Bay. You reach St. James's Church, Dingle, built in a Spanish style. Pilgrims can share a moment of congratulations on reaching this point. Like the pilgrims of the past, one might now decide that a trip to Spain is in the future, or they may journey on around the rest of the Dingle Peninsula, which was a significant part of the life of St. Brendan the Navigator.